Nepal. Because that's essentially what they're doing. Nepal go out there, they take these quick singles, they go for it. They're on the receiving end of such play.
Oh, they thought about it there. I think that would have been a push too far. And I think Scotland might have been a bit stung by one of the ODIs that they played. Brilliant stop.
Opens up, keeps the drive away. This has been a good shutdown over.
It has, but yeah, Nepal really ran Scotland ragged in one of the ODIs in Dundee, and I think that really frustrated them.
Munsey. Again, no worse than a single, so a good close down over from defender Singery, but Scotland moving along nicely. 77 for 1.
सर्वोत्तम सीमेंट सर्वोत्तम मजबूती नेपाल टॉप को विकल्प छैन आजको जमानाको भरपर्दो पाइला नेपाल टॉप सब ठिकठाक ज्ञान सोधी चामल खरिद गर्नुहोस् रु 2000 सम्मको क्याशब्याक पाउनुहोस् ज्ञान पाए ज्ञान नै रह्यो
स्वदेशमै विश्वस्तरीय शिक्षा वर्ल्ड क्लास एजुकेसन र अनलाइन गणेश संस्थाको
Confidence to sustain has dropped to 9.6. But George Munsey not out 38 from 21 balls, and McMillan's joined up 18 balls, 25 runs. Munsey on strike. And Shani straight back on the pitch.
I think Scotland will be absolutely delighted with this. Just the one wicket to fall, Mark Watt. And, plenty of batting to come to the almost 18 tonight.
Well, there's a shout that there's more optimism than anything else. The Scots the other day. Scots would like to do some hammering of him.
Scotland I've been a bit disappointed in some of the results in Dundee. A couple here as well. I just think they very, very determined to try and finish off this series today.
It looks very busy. There's runs available down leg. Oh, the little swing. Again, that was almost played on.
Wow. I think you might have to call that a misstumping because he was well out of his crease. Come a long way down. And I think he would have been out for all money if Asif Sheikh had taken that one.
The runs just off the legs whether he quickly across. Maybe.
It's been a better little period for the spinners. We'll see that man later on, Chris Greaves, rolling his arm over with a bit of leg spin himself. Chatting with Steve Snell. Oh, wide, and slapped away, but only for this single. Good over from Lamachani, and after 9 overs, it's 81 for 1.
Hello friends, Nepal versus Scotland T20 series.
luxury made affordable.
ज्ञान सोची सामान खरीद गर्नुहोस्
Subscribe my friend, subscribe.
ज्ञान पाए ज्ञान नै रहेछ
प्राइम बिलेटबाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड वंशकन्या स्थित
DJ happier home. Today hey.
Full toss. Just down the middle.
Yeah, it's been a good couple of overs for Nepal, and it had to be as well because
कसरी कमेन्ट अफ गर्ने मलाई थाहै छैन हौ साथी हो
Mullen were just running riot.
He's gone for that. It's high, it's long, and it's off to visit the tight band who've gone back to school.
Can't pin him down for too long, George Munsey. That was as much power as it was timing. Lovely, clean strike. So if there are any birds in that tree, they're in trouble.
Beautifully. 54. The partnership up for Scotland off just 36 balls. So field adjustment doesn't matter, it's just gone to exactly the same place. Muscle memory from George Munsey, and he hits his half century. 52 is up.
I think that was a catch off the roof. Well done to that member there. Let's see if we can have a look. Was it an outstanding crowd catch? It's on the roof. And yes, he has taken it. Well done, sir. Lovely work in the pavilion steps. Lovely hat too.
If I were him, I would have rubbed it in a little bit more to everybody else who was trying to cover and get out of the way. So yeah, nice hands. Scotland push on, 6 short of the 100.
किले हुँदैन हौ ल्यापटपबाट गरे हौ
Munsey try and go again. He will. It's 3 in a row.
छक्का फेरि
Absolutely
हाल्यो
blasted that one. Terrific batting in the 100 up for Scotland.
Oh, sent up to his teammates. 3 sixes on the bounce. This is George Munsey at his belligerent, destructive best. Almost took out one of his teammates there. But my goodness, he's had enough. They were tied down for a couple of overs, but no more. Munsey on the rampage.
Well, you can do whatever you like with the field, but if he's going to punt it out the ground, there's not really a lot you can do. Well, he looks comfortable. Sometimes when your eyes on that, just skipping past. Right. Flips that away. Well, what a terrific over that was for Scotland, rattling 20 from it. 101, 4-1.
गरगरा भैरवा अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय विमानस्थल संसद भवन वीर अस्पताल र सीआईटी भवन जस्ता महत्त्वपूर्ण आधार स्तम्भ तथा भवनहरूको निर्माणमा बलियो आधार पुर्याएको सर्वोत्तम सिमेन्ट Grab a Mountain Dew. QR code scan going. Yamaha FZ3 ticket motor almost. Riding through Mountain Dew.
Afternoon it's been so far. And how about this from George Munsey? Not once, not twice, but 3 times gloriously lifting the shots. And got it away deep. It's hard for the bowler when a man's in this kind of form. Up and it goes. 59. A change in the commentary box as well. We have let Mel escape into the sunshine. Fazal from Queenston Cricket Club has joined us. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, nice to meet you.
It's been a really good 5 days worth of cricket, and it's been lovely to see that we've been able to play through in such fine weather And of course, we're getting treated to a really good ballet performance by Scotland.
Yes, it's been very explosive actually, especially from Munsey. It's been a really, really good watch so far.
Nicely done from Scotland. How's your own season going?
It's alright, I've been taking some time off because I had exams after coming back from Pakistan with the women's squad, and now just getting back in. I've had an injury which is not ideal, but hopefully it wouldn't mean too much time off.
Munsey just tickled that off the legs. How do you find it mixing, international standard cricket and studying at the same time?
It's quite a hard balance, especially that I'm studying medicine as well at uni, which is a demanding course in itself, but you just really need to manage your time as best as you can.
Down the wicket he goes, McMillan just thrashes that through and stops to admire it on the way through.
हार्ने भयो नेपाल हार्ने भयो आज
Toward the boundary, it's a beautiful shot.
Yeah, it's a great shot, right into the gap in between the two fielders.
छक्कै छक्का दिन्छ यार
What's been good to see for Scotland today is the fact they've actually managed to get a couple of players played in. Really, for some of these games, and I know you've been here because you've been working hard on the ground staff for it, that Scotland have really let one player in at a time. It's taken them a while, but they're motoring on 61 and 35 at the moment.
Yeah, it's great to see so many contributions as well in the team. They've got such a strong batting lineup and a lot of talent as well. It's lovely to see everyone contribute as well. Hopefully the league's will win for today.
One of the things that's been interesting is that, the days off that these players have had, your own experience, how do you like to treat your day off? Is it a chance just to forget about cricket, or do you go back and look at games again? What do you like to do?
It really depends, I guess. If I'm at uni, I'll probably be studying. But if not, then yeah, I usually do try and go see my friends, get some time off. If there is an interesting game going on, I do watch it. Like, I can't stay away from the cricket.
I don't blame you. Stay with us for now. It's 111 for 1 after 11. Scotland going well.
Proton EMA 7. Intelligence that electrifies.
Dear child, happier home. छुट्टै छ है अब होटल बुकिङ पनि यही सेवाबाट
This home internet present nation keeps talent. Coming soon.
Really warm day in Glasgow today. And George Munsey has moved along rather nicely onto 61 of 33. Brendan McMillan's not hanging about 36 from 24 at Mark Watt as well. He was dropped early, then bowled by Singh for 9. That the only breakthrough for Nepal. It's not been the easiest of day to be a bowler. And you get carded for 360s as well. From I read that certainly isn't easy.
सब्स्क्राइब पनि गरौँ साथीहरु सब्स्क्राइब माई फ्रेन्ड सब्स्क्राइब
Pakistan getting ready for things. I mean, it's an experience as a cricketer. You just want to go and experience these things. How did it benefit you then?
सब्स्क्राइब
It's
प्लिज
a very, very good experience. Really enjoyed it. We got to play against some of the best players in the world, like Hayley Matthews, and just having that experience was, I think, a big learning curve for our team. We did put up a really, really good performance. Got to show.
To Garland. Just for a single. What I find interesting speaking to professional sports people is the good ones step up. Even when you think you're playing better opposition, does that raise you up as well? Does that raise your game?
Yeah, definitely. It increases the standards of the whole game as well. You're forced to adapt early, especially playing better players. And just in general, you learn so much from watching all these players play, and it's very, very good to build your game as well.
Decal comes in. I think we'll safely say that's a wide. Nobody needs to bowl like that, but it was certainly a little bit away. It's difficult, isn't it? Because you're trying to learn things as an individual, but you're also trying to learn as a team. And it's almost a juxtaposition, isn't it? You're trying to figure out your own career, but you're also trying to see how your teammates are learning around you.
Yeah, I think that's just the beauty of team sport. I think cricket's actually very unique in that way. It's very individual as well as a very team sport, but I think you learn through each other, which is one of the great things about it.
Alan, there's a little swipe that's been taken behind. And how have you enjoyed this week being on the ground staff? That's something a little bit different, isn't it?
Yeah, it is actually. I've been doing I've been helping Martin a lot during club games sometimes last season, but never to this much of an extent. But it's been cool. It's been very nice. Also, just being able to walk between the players. Never usually get to do that, which is quite cool.
Yeah, it's one of these sports, isn't it? It doesn't matter whether you're watching men's cricket or women's cricket, you can still learn and pick up different things. And you being on the ground staff this week, you can see all the preparation and the different ways that some of the teams go about it. The camera. Strike, Scotland will just settle for a single. Have you picked up, Nepal, I love watching Nepal, as they warm up. They look the fastest fielding side I've seen in a long time. And they're really intense in their warm-up.
Yeah, exactly. And they're out much earlier than a lot of the other teams as well, which is very interesting to see. They seem like they're always ready to go, just quick, immediately, from what we've seen.
Two to come. Scotland will settle for a single. And the other debut that you've made this year, of course, is your cricket commentary debut. Will we hear you on Test Match Special in the next few years?
Can't promise anything. Don't know how this one's going, but I'm hoping so. Maybe we'll never know.
Two to go. Line ball. Scotland just a little bit bogged down in this over. This is good bowling. There's the movement, it's high, it's in the air, and it's gone. Scotland needed that. They were just starting to get a little bit bogged down here, so that's a lovely blow again.
Yeah, it's great to just relieve that pressure. But
absolute no doubter from George Munsey. This is 56 of the innings, has moves to 68. Last ball on the over. It's been an absolute pleasure for you to join us here in the commentary box. We've enjoyed it. Scotland have managed to knock a few runs in there as well. And we'll get a few more here. That one going all the way to the boundary. Good luck with the cricket. Passing our best to the squad and keep steady and hard as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Scotland 125 for 1 after 12.
सर्वोत्तम सीमेंट सर्वोत्तम मजबूती
साथीहरू सब्स्क्राइब गर्नुभएको छ भने च्यानललाई सब्स्क्राइब पनि गरिदिनु होला है।
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सनु होला। यति कार्पेट, कार्पेटको शहंशाह। नेपाल टपको विकल्प छैन। आजको जमानाको भरपर्दो पाइ नेपाल टप सब ठिकठाक।
And there's a familiar voice returned to the commentary box. Back alongside me as Kushal Bertel gets ready to come on.
I feel so inadequate because I don't have a beautiful Scottish lilt. Now you've got my horrible Australian twang.
I never said that.
No, that's how I feel. I love your accent. I love Scottish accents. All of them. Everyone. I also love watching what George Munsey's doing at the moment, by the way.
It's been terrific. Moved on to 72. That's clouted back down the ground. Ball smuggled back. Scotland will come back for the second again. There's that pressure that Scotland are putting on. And Mullen moves on to 40.
Yeah, they've just looked in the mood. I said that early on that George Munsey looked in the mood, and I think Scotland do as well. It's been a patchy couple of weeks for them. You've seen them at their best at times, and then at others, just things not quite clicking. But they're doing everything right today, especially this pair. Absolutely brutal striking. Nepal, it's really put them under pressure. I just saw Stuart Law came down and was just prowling on the outfield just outside the boundary rope before while I was off air, and yeah, just a few little fumbles in the field. We've seen overthrows. Not often you see buzzers when Nepal are fielding, so a couple of things that they'd like to fix up.
There's the sweep. There's it's lofted, and this is a man who's in a mood, George Munsey. That's a lovely stroke. Absolutely composed, no danger. The 100 partnership is up.
Well, George Munsey's got the ball on a string. He went early, set himself up, and he's basically got the entire field to choose from at the moment. He's got every stroke in his armoury. And when you see him sweeping and reverse sweeping like this, it is absolutely brilliant to watch.
Gone for the reverse again. It's in the air, it's long. There's two men out there. And the catch is taken over the shoulder. And it's the skipper again, Roy Fidel, who gets across. It's the end of George Munsey's afternoon. It's a wonderful 78, which included 6 sixes and 5 fours. But he's got...
Well, this time he went for the reverse again, but just top-edged it. No fielding errors there, the captain making sure of it. But what a brilliant innings it has been from George Munsey. It really has been him at his belligerent best, striking at a rate of 200. And he has given Scotland the best.
नेपाल टपको विकल्प छैन आजको जमानाको भरपर्दो पाइ नेपाल टप सब ठिकठाक
तेरो सुँगुरे थुतुनी नचलाइकन एक डब्बाको जग्गा हाल्न थिए
यहाँ नभएर कुकुरले दुखाएको छैन होला तिमीलाई चार
सर्वोत्तम सिमेन्ट
वेलकम चाहिँ नयाँ साथीहरूलाई मेरो लाइभमा सब्सक्राइब गर्नु होला है साथीहरु सब्सक्राइब
Really been an inspirational leader for Scotland as well.
सब्सक्राइब गरेर मलाई सपोर्ट पनि गरिदिनु होला है साथीहरु
Not much the players wouldn't do for Richie Berrington. He inspires so much loyalty from them, love from the fans.
आज नेपालले चाहिँ हावाई खाला जस्तो छ यही तरिकाले हो भने
Munsey deserves a very cold drink to put his feet up for a bit. After that, Richie Berrington now. A good player of spin. We might see the sweeps continue.
That's full, but it's dispatched. And they'll settle just for a single. Well, a good breakthrough for Nepal. Michel Bertel, he's been great with the bat. Helping out for the ball. Didn't take a wicket in his 4 overs against Scotland. The other day Scotland fell just a 97 all out. And that just sneaks its way away. Scotland cross again. Well, the over had all the excitement. It had a drive to the boundary, a beautiful 6, but it was to be the last run scored by George Munsey. He's dismissed. Scotland have moved on to 136 for 2.
Proton EMA 7. Intelligence that electrifies.
Grab a Mountain Dew. QR code scan going. Yamaha FCV3 Chicken Nose. Lightly thrilled Mountain Dew.
DHI happier home. Today sahi.
Your soft drink heats up very quickly. And just change the taste profile just a little bit.
Is that why you're struggling all of a sudden? I have to go and get a cold water. It is very, very warm. George Munsey can try and cool off now. Seen some real brilliance from him, that 191 in the last ODI in Dundee, albeit in a losing cause, and then that innings today. high entertainment, high class, high power.
He's gone. Well, he stepped out, didn't make contact, and McMullen has bowled Lamashani for 42. It has not been a good last 6 balls for Scotland. They've lost the men who've built the platform. George Munsey and Brandon McMullen have both gone within 4 balls of each other.
This is a great fight back from Nepal. That ball just going straight on. And McMullen for the turn, well and truly out of his crease. The most simple thumping possible.
नेपाल टपको विकल्प छैन आजको जमानाको भरपर्दो पाइ नेपाल टप सब ठिकठाक
यसमा राको फिला मिसाउनु पाए बडा खर्च बन्थ्यो होला बडी राको फिला चाहिँ हैन मेरो फिला मिसाइदिन्छु अनि खाऊ मजा धनपुरेको
के तपाईलाई थाहा छ मेरो व्यस्त सोशल लाइफ र प्रोडक्टिभिटीलाई म कसरी मेन्टेन गर्छु मलाई चाहिन्छ रिलायबल र सही कनेक्सन डिश होमको इन्टरनेट भरपर्दो र विश्वासिलो छ
You heard Rohit Podo say that before the match in the coin toss. Just whatever the finish line is, they'll do whatever they need to do to get themselves in that position, and they're so good at doing that. So they know that these conditions will be just as good for them when they come out to bat. But Sandeep Lamachani coming in, taking the wicket first ball. Good moment now for Nepal. 2 new batters at the crease.
4 for 11 the other day. Nearly tied Scotland down, dispatched men back to the pavilion. And that follow wicket number 234 for wicket 336. And it was a brand new partnership out there now. I mentioned to you, Mel, that Scotland would have been happy despite George Munsey going out there. Brandon McMullen had played himself in nicely. And all of a sudden, 2 men knew that's high, it's in the air, but it's safe, there's nobody around there. And that will run all the way through for 4.
Well, it is that old adage, 1 brings 2. Certainly worked in that case, but Berrington, such a good player of spin, was calculated, knew there was no one down there, just had to get it fine enough.
There's a short fine leg, but there's not a deep fine leg out there. So, if you do get the shot correct, reap rewards. Up in his heels, Scotland will do well just to stay there again. It's a really quick hit. And if McCreath had gone down there, he would have been as well stopping, turning left and heading back to the pavilion.
This is very, very good from Lamachani. He's just got those variations, and he's got one that's almost looks like the googly, but they were explaining to me, Nepal, it's actually a fast leg spinner. Hard to pick.
Yeah.
They're a bit safe.
त्यत्रो डट पेन छ किन मेरो रेड पेनले लेख्नु पर्यो
Well, Lamachani has now taken 9 wickets in this tournament, top wicket taker. Scotland have been eased up a little. It's 142.
सर्वोत्तम सिमेन्ट सर्वोत्तम मजबुती प्राइम बिलेटबाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड पञ्चकन्या स्टिल
Panchakanya bathware, luxury made affordable.
अब होटल बुकिङ पनि सेवाबाट
Everyone subscribe please.
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सनुहोला। यति कार्पेट, कार्पेटको शहंशाह।
साथीहरु सब्स्क्राइब पनि गरिदिनुस् ल।
Well, the run rate is healthy, it's 10.1.
Subscribe please, subscribe please.
Nepal now turn to Berrington and McCreef to see if they can get things moving. Time your bowling spell. Munsey comes on from the Belgian Garden's end and the ball to the Scottish skipper. Cuts that away.
Yeah, so now it's just a very interesting little stage now. Just under 6 overs left. Two new batters in at the crease, but Scotland looking to really push this on. Finlay McCree often likes to take a little while to get himself into his innings. They're just playing defensively. So it's a bit of a challenge for Finlay McCree. Still finding his way in the national team. To the side this year after a great tour of Zimbabwe.
Comes down the wicket. Scored well on his debut against the Netherlands, 40, made just 2 against Nepal. Like yesterday against the Netherlands, got himself in for 10 and then was dismissed. Right in the air, there's a show to catch it, and it is taken. And Mashani stretches out the arms, and Banshee takes the wicket. McCreef has gone for 1.
Yeah, it just looked a little bit scratchy from Finlay McCree at the start. Trying to unleash, but just popping that ball up. Good take on the run. Didn't know where that had gone. Just trying to sweep that down through mid-wicket. Square leg, but in the end, the hands of Lamachani. So it's a short-lived stay at the crease for Finlay McCree, but it does.
नेपाल टपको विकल्प छैन। आजको जमानाको भरपर्दो पाइ नेपाल टप सब ठिकठाक।
प्राइम बिलेटबाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड पञ्चकन्या स्टिल।
ज्ञान सोची सामान खरिद गर्नुहोस् रु 2000 सम्मको क्यासब्याक पाउनुहोस्। ज्ञान पाए ज्ञान दिएर
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सनुहोला। यति कार्पेट, कार्पेटको शहंशाह। सर्वोत्तम सिमेन्ट, सर्वोत्तम मजबुती।
Out for 7 against the Netherlands. He's batted out of 46 against Nepal. That was a total of 97.
Yeah, it's been good to see for Michael Lees because he just could not buy a run for a little period there. And boy, oh boy, has he found his form.
Will come from that.
The US and the Netherlands, I think in particularly, he bowled well all the way through, but just to see him return to his best with the bat.
46 twice in this series. He's now going to get the opportunity to get things moving again. Scotland are 143 for 4 after 50 overs.
साथीहरु सब्स्क्राइब पनि गरिदिनु होला है, सब्स्क्राइब गर्नुभएको छैन भने।
Intelligence that electrifies.
प्रदेशमा विश्वस्तरीय शिक्षा वर्ल्ड क्लास एजुकेसन अनलाइन गभर्मेन्ट संस्था।
Yeah, coming at a really good time. It's been a fantastic fight back from Nepal. You sense it would always happen at some point.
tell to continue. Swept away, some work here. Gets round, picks it up well, Scotland through. A couple. Comes down the ground, that could be a catch. Look at Bam. Takes it beautifully, driven up through mid-off. Beg your pardon, mid-on, and he's caught. And Scotland are finding the wickets are tumbling down.
What a fight back this has been, and they love it, those fans. Berrington has been so strong on the sweep, he decides to come down the pitch and just picks out long on. Met it on the full too. He'll be disappointed that he missed out there. Berrington, Lokesh Bam made sure of that one. And the fight back is on.
Across. Wicket keeper.
नेपाल टपको विकल्प छैन आजको जमाको भरपर्दो पानी नेपाल टप सब ठिकठाक
Proton EMA 7. Intelligence that electrifies.
तेरो टुङ्गो रे तुतुने नचले कने एक डबा का ढाल लेते
या नबेर कुकुले भएको छैन होला तिमीलाई चाट
Plays well with Richie Berrington fighting off illness. Great job. Would love to contribute again today. He's been in good form with the bat in general. Really busy.
Plenty of room on the leg side.
Typically just off the mark very early. He has a great habit of being able to pick out those little gaps. He's quick running between the wickets. And has the ability to clear the rope. Now, Michael Lees, does he go downtown as well? That is his hitting zone. Lokesh Bam still back on the rope at long on.
That is absolutely tanned right down the middle for six. The Lokesh Bam was a spectator as much as anybody else for that one. Scotland get the 150 up.
So decides to go to long off instead. But it's always around that V, isn't it? Nice help from the spectators as well, just in case anyone was wondering where that ball landed.
8-6 that Scotland have had. Has he got him? Well, there's the appeal, but it's not given. Can't quite believe it.
No, that was a shake of the head from the umpire straight away. Ryan Moore. He's had a busy day today. Was also in. McDonald was square at the time. Wasn't budging either.
Again. The sweep was attempted, but there'll be no run there. That's a good over. There was a 6 given away, but again tidy from Nepal. Scotland with 4 to come, 152 for 5.
सर्वोत्तम सीमेंट सर्वोत्तम मजबूती
एक्सन स्पोर्ट टिभीमा दिएको छैन हौ साथी नेपालमा चाहिँ देखेन है बाहिरतिरको च्यानलमा देखेछ भने चाहिँ कुनै
reliable र सही कनेक्सन देश होमको इन्टरनेट अफोर्डेबल र विश्वासिलो छ
78, 39 by Munsey. Mullen also ferocious early, 42 off 30. But Nepal, they've fought back. Hotel with 2 wickets. The other shared around.
Well, Scotland are going to have to figure out how to get things moving. They were on target with the run rate for a score around about 208, and that's dropped to expected 190. Pushed away by Cross, doing enough to discourage Scotland from going for a second.
He was absolutely knackered, as he always is. The Tiger prowling on that circle. Good point position. You often do see the best fielders. I wonder if they're going to take on Lamachani or if they'll be happy to see him off. We've only got 3.4 overs left.
It's proved difficult for the Scots to play this week. Managed to cut. Coming through for a single.
End up getting maybe 6 of this over. From Lamachani and feel that they'll both be there at the end of it. To finish his spell.
साथीहरू सब्सक्राइब गर्नुभएको छैन भने मेरो च्यानललाई सब्सक्राइब गरिदिनुहोस् है।
Taking any real risks against Sandeep Lamachani at the moment. Still managed to keep it ticking over though.
We'll say no to that one, so 1 dot ball, they have moved through. Scotland getting stuck down a little bit, 158 for 5 fielders to come.
Proton EMA 7. Intelligence that rectifies.
Panchakanya Bathroom. Luxury made affordable.
This home internet present. Nation keeps talent. Coming soon.
क्लियर आएको छैन भन्नुहुन्छ, क्लियर आएको छैन हौ, यस्तै छ। यो टिभी के अरे योबाट आएको हो नि त, यो मोबाइलबाट यो गरेको कि यो कुन चाहिँ अनलाइनमा आउँछ कि यो यसमा च्यानलमा छैन कि त्यही भएर।
Pretty economical. 1 for 22 against the Netherlands, 2 for 20 against Scotland. The Netherlands picked on them a little bit more yesterday. 59. Putting over for the lead.
The intention was there from Michael Least. You could see as he came down the track, but just playing that one along the ground. It's got the feel, the calm before an explosion.
Safe enough. Comes in. Those are all very well, but Scotland are going to have to try and find a boundary rope at some point.
I don't think Michael Lees is going to play out the rest of this in singles, I can tell you that much.
Look round, see what the deep fielders are. Can make contact, knew what he wanted to do.
Yeah, looking to launch. You can almost see it bristling out of him, can't you?
9 from 9 balls so far. Very good again. Plays away.
Raj Banshee's doing so well here. He knows that Leesk is trying to set himself up, and he's just following him, making late adjustments. It's hard for him to really go for that big shot.
Comes that off his legs, but again, you hear the shout coming from Scotland saying it's just the one.
And that cross actually wanted two there, but Michael Lee's got his back turned. He was watching that ball. He wants one more go. One more go at Raj Banshee. No boundary off this over.
Understanding hard to come from Scotland, just 27 runs for the last 5 overs. And that's 3 wickets. Goes for it that time, it's high, it's in the air, and it's all the way through. It's a glorious strike, all the way for 6. He's not hanging about, Michael Lees. He's decided his aim is to get things moving. Scotland move on to 168 for 5.
अंतर्राष्ट्रीय संसद भवन वीर अस्पताल र सीआईटी भवन जस्ता महत्त्वपूर्ण आधार स्तम्भ तथा भवनहरूको निर्माणमा बलियो आधार पुर्याएको सर्वोत्तम सेवा।
Grab a Mountain Dew. QR code scan rolling. Yamaha FZ3 Tico Mocha Bowls. Lightly cured Mountain Dew.
Well, 2 overs to go. Scotland, well, they've dropped about 30 runs in their expected total. They were pushing on for around about 2 innings. They need more of this.
Well, we knew that he wanted to launch Michael Leesk, and he picked out a long boundary, but when he gets those levers swinging, he can hit it as far as anyone. That was a terrific strike. 2 overs to go. I think we'll see a bit more of that as well, but it does open up the risk of a wicket.
Very safe for his 3rd over. There's a big shout there, and it's come through. Gully.
Oh, that was most assuredly going down leg side, which is why the bowler wasn't interested in having anything to do with that appeal. And a great job with that many teams around the world, Stuart Law. Most famously with that US side that got to the Super 8s last year and ICC Men's T20 World Cup. What an achievement that was. Brilliant work with the Americans, and he wants to try and replicate that with Nepal for themselves. An exciting T20 World Cup, almost knocked over South Africa.
That's well fielded. Scotland have to be quick. Potential overthrow. Adele went for the stumps, and Scotland come back for 2.
It's the 3rd time we've seen overthrows, and Adele knows that he was very, very close. He absolutely hammered that ball. was well picked up, and it would have been gone for all money, Michael Lees. In the end, ends up getting another. Just the pressure.
All margins as well. He's on strike. From the Northern Gardens end.
Whistles through. Also, don't forget, Hodel had effected an incredible direct hit run out yesterday in that game against Netherlands. But they need to keep this scoring going. They need some big shots, Scotland. Nepal doing everything they can to restrict them.
To get more process to look for 5. Hammered back down the ground.
Some evasive action from that cross there. Does that cross go himself, or does he try and get Lees down to have one more?
सब्सक्राइब गर्नुभएको छ भने साथीहरु सब्सक्राइब पनि गरिदिनु होला है।
Cross off his legs. What's the danger with a string just down there? Just get tickled round the corner. It's beautifully done.
So he does decide to go himself, just using the pace of the ball. Just had to direct it. That one shot overswings back in Scotland's favour.
Well, Scotland have to be looking 190 minimum here. Just be a single, so Scotland are going to have to open up for this final over. Scotland 177 for 5, 1 over to come.
Proton EMA 7. Intelligence that rectifies.
Panchakanya Batir, luckily made affordable.
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनु होला। यति कार्पेट कार्पेटको शहंशाह प्राइम बिलेटबाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड पञ्चकन्या स्टिल।
यार सोची सामान खरीद गर्नुहोस् रु 2000 सम्मको क्यासब्याक पाउनुहोस्। ज्ञान पाए ज्ञान दिनु।
Yesterday, Scotland and Nepal. Scotland were on target for over 200. Dropped back a little bit, and the reason for that, those 4 dots, the wickets falling, just bringing Scotland to a little bit of a shuddering halt. But they've got Michael Lees and Matt Cross out there. Scoring better than a run of ball at the moment. It's guided away. Just be a single.
That has been really good from Nepal and the deck as well. What Lees and Cross have done though is they've actually just kept it ticking over even when the big shot hasn't been on. I would dearly love for Michael Lees to unleash here.
Does so. Okay, Bam will chase Scotland, will come through for a second. Bam will give way to the skipper. Will come through for 2.
Still just 2. They'll take that, Nepal, at this stage.
I'd say selfishly, I was hoping that Scotland would get over to that 200 simply because the fun that we could have watching the ball chasing that target. I mean, this will be fun, don't get me wrong, but they might have just had to go a little bit earlier. Maria, full toss, absolutely hammered away. And bring that one back. Or just bounce inside the rope.
Well, go find it first. That was an absolute gift from Irie. Just let off the pressure with a full toss. And there is only ever one way Michael Lees was going to send that. Absolutely smoked on a scorching day.
Well, boundary another day, that's easily 6. Well, that's racing its way away. Good fielding. Scotland through for a couple. Wide was given. So there'll be another ball after that.
Just coming under a little bit of pressure now here.
Again, there's an awful lot of space out there. Tell him he's got a great arm, they're not going to risk it.
Right, no, that is where Michael Lease really loves to hit. Anywhere from long on round to deep mid-wicket. It's his hot zone, you might call it. Only 2 balls remaining. And Cross on strike, so now Cross has to go.
Oh, that's a mistake in the field. Goes all the way through for 4. And he's now conceded 50 runs from 3.5 overs. That's his worst figures all the week, but that's just a fielding mistake. It's a bad
सब्सक्राइब सब्सक्राइब प्लिज फ्रेन्ड्स सब्सक्राइब म फेरि पनि अर्को लाइभ लिएर आउने छु
Looks like it was comfortably stopped, just maybe a little bit of a tricky bounce that almost took out our cameraman as well. Dangerous.
साथीहरु म फेरि पनि अब अर्को 5 मिनेट ब्रेक पछि फेरि पनि लाइभ आउने छु सब्स्क्राइब गरिराख्नु है सबैले
Scotland are 193 for 5. Nepal will chase a tally of 194 for victory. It's going to be a very interesting innings when the Nepalese go out to battle. You're enjoying all the action here in Glasgow. Scotland finishing on 193 for 5.
ल साथीहरु म सब्स्क्राइब गरिराख्नुस् है म अब गेम सुरु भएपछि फेरि पनि लाइभ आउने छु थोरै ब्रेक लिएँ मैले साथीहरु सब्स्क्राइब गरेर मात्रै जाम है
मलाई चाहिन्छ रिलायबल र सही कनेक्सन देशभरिको इन्टरनेट भरपर्दो र विश्वासिलो छ
तेरो टुङ्गो रे सुत्ने नचले कने एक दबाका जाना